May the 11th, mustards. Now a variety of yellow mustards, cruciferi, are starting to appear, and the waste areas around Dartford Creek is a good place to look for them. The first is usually Charlock, Synapsis arvensis, spotted at the side of roads from the end of April. It is sometimes so abundant on waste ground that it gets confused with being a crop. Being edible and so common, it is not surprising it was a famine food, eaten widely in Ireland during the potato famine. Charlock is quickly joined on the roadsides by wintercress, Barbarea vulgaris. Wintercress is more of a citrus yellow and is also often found beside water. Another relation, rape, Brassica napus, quickly starts to colour entire fields on the perimeter of London. This early flowering strain turns up as a casual elsewhere. Another mustard associated with old bomb sites is Eastern rocket, Cecimbrium orientale. The rarer London rocket, Cecimbrium irio, can still be found on old walls by the Tower of London and has the added romance of having apparently covered the city after the Great Fire. The middle of May sees hedge mustard, Cecimbrium officinale, starting to appear everywhere, especially on roadsides and wasteland. Its distinctive crooked branching will get noticed until September. Another common white-flowered crucifer, producing large patches of flat-topped cream flowers, is hoary cress, Cardaria draba. Originally it seemed to favour habitats such as sand dunes and salt marshes, but now it seems to prefer roadsides. The story goes that it arrived in 1809 when a Thanet farmer bought some used hay mattresses from a ship that had just docked, carrying wounded soldiers from the Napoleonic Wars. He is then said to have ploughed the hay into his fields, which quickly became covered in the weed. It was at this point that it gained its alternative name of Thanet cress. Before, it had been called peppercress, as its seeds were ground to make pepper. Currently, it has ended up with the less interesting name of hoary cress on account of its hairy leaves. Pea flowers. Several members of the pea family, Leguminosae, generally with yellow or mauve flowers, are now starting to be noticed in hedges and grassy areas. These are the trefoils, clovers, vetches and medics. One of the largest and most common is the bush vetch, Vicia sepium, which along with the common vetch, Vicia sativa, are common features in grassy hedgerows. Waste areas, and where the grass is short, including lawns, are the best places to look for these plants. The list is a long one, with 18 peas, Vicia species, and 24 clovers alone. Red clover, Trifolium pratense, and white clover, Trifolium repens, are the most commonly encountered, with ulcite clover, Trifolium hybridum, being the most common alien. Bird's foot trefoil, Lotus caniculatus, is the most noticed of all the trefoils, with its eggs and bacon colours. Hop trefoil, Trifolium campestre, and lesser hop trefoil, Trifolium dubium, both have small, pale, yellow hop-like flowers. Lesser hop trefoil is shamrock, which is now in flower, in short grass, and hop trefoil can even be found on mown lawns. Slender bird's foot trefoil, Lota tenuis, is not unlike bird's foot trefoil, but prefers the edges of the tidal Thames, where it can sometimes be found in abundance. Toothed medic, Medicago polymorpha, black medic, Medicago lupulina, and spotted medic, Medicago arabica, are all also found on lawns or similar short grass. Black medic has distinctive black clusters of seeds, spotted medic has black spots in the centre of its leaves, and toothed medic prefers more coastal situations. Hairy tear, Vicia hirsuta, and smooth tear, Vicia tetrasperma, are another two pea plants which have tiny purple flowers and are often found scrambling in rough grass. A good place to see a range of wild pea plants is Tolworth Farm Fields, including the rare yellow vetchling, Lathyrus africa, which will be in flower next month. The unimproved grassland and hedgerows of Friant Country Park could be equally rewarding. Among the vetches, horseshoe vetch, Hippocrepis camosa, and kidney vetch, Anthillis vulneraria, stand out. The first is typical of good chalk downland, and the second prefers bare chalk. Kidney vetch has lemon yellow flowers which used to be called lamb's toes on account of their woolly calyx. In some parts of Britain they can cover cliffs with their bright yellow flowers, which is a favourite food for blue butterflies. In London, the plant is now largely restricted to chalky banks along the North Downs, with the consequent loss of blue butterflies. In John Clare's poem, Crossroads, he tells of mourners, including their soft, attractive flowers in the shroud of a beautiful girl who had drowned.